Coming up on Frontline Police. An unexpected visit by Special Ops puts the wind up this man when they execute a drugs warrant.
You're very, very excited. Are you alright?
Yeah, it's just shocked me how you all come shooting in it. Scared me a bit.
Right.
A search is a success when they make this discovery under a bed.
There's a number of other bags exactly the same.
And an officer goes one-on-one when response and patrol make a house call.
Oh, you sick people.
The officers of Essex Police have a lot of tech at their disposal. But despite their wealth of gadgets and gizmos, there's one special weapon that they wouldn't leave the station without: their partner. It's early morning. A call has just come in to Chigwell Response and Patrol. A rather curious allegation has been made.
That a female has exposed her breasts to another female against her window.
It's time to light up the blues. The report has come from a distressed mother who claims her neighbour has been exposing herself. It may sound trivial, but the unit take all calls seriously and they waste no time in getting to the address. Arriving at the address, their first call is to the victim of the alleged exposure.
Hello.
Yeah, basically the woman next door, but she just walked across here, pulled her top down, pushed her boobs out and went, ah! And then laughed and ran back in the house.
Did she know you was in here?
Yeah. My daughter was sitting there looking out the window and I was sat there.
But it's not right to expose yourself at somebody's window.
No.
Whatever way you want to look at it.
Are you happy to give a statement about what's happened?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, potentially we're looking at a public order offence of her doing
Yeah.
that. Okay. All right, we'll go and speak to them, then we'll speak to next door.
Lovely, thank you.
It's time to hear the neighbour's side of the story. This should be interesting.
Hello, it's the police.
Are you joking?
I'm not joking.
Again.
Hello.
Okay,
come in. Thank you.
Respecting the sensitivity of the situation, our camera remains outside. Darren and Danielle question the woman over the alleged exposure, informing her that she will be arrested and taken to the station for further questioning. She denies the allegation, and inside the house the situation becomes tense. The woman initially resists arrest, and her partner becomes agitated. Danielle gets the woman in cuffs, but both police officers proceed with extreme caution. The man spotting our camera has seen red and attacks.
Please don't get arrested.
Oi! Don't arrest you for suspicion of assault. You don't have to say anything, but I hold the defence. Do not mention all questions. Don't deal with you later on.
I haven't touched nobody yet.
You just have.
Thinking on his feet, Darren hits the emergency button on his radio.
On the hurry up. 2 people around.
The button interrupts all police transmissions, alerting nearby officers that help is urgently required.
I won't stop now.
Calm yourself down. What's that? Calm yourself down.
Struggling to control the lady, Danielle can only offer limited support.
Stop.
You're gonna comply.
Listen, darling.
Get on the
Stop it!
Get on the
Why is gonna stop? You're really hurting my wrist.
Darren is battling to get the man under control, but he's just too strong. With one arm still uncuffed, he's more than capable of delivering Darren a violent blow.
Calm down.
yourself down.
Calm down.
You ain't gonna get me. Just bring your arm out. Calm yourself down. I don't want to fight you, and especially not in front of children.
They're my children.
Yes, I understand that.
What are you arresting me
I don't
for?
want to see. You assaulted the camera guy.
Excuse me, mate. Here, come here, dude. come here, come here. Come here, please.
Unsurprisingly, our camera crew are keeping a safe distance.
Just bring your arm. I'm telling you, mate.
Here, darling,
you let go and you are going to get absolutely levelled.
There's no point in that, is there?
Well, let
problems. Listen to me. Next weekend, we'll accuse them of doing the same thing, right? Yeah.
It's not that, you see.
We'll accuse them.
All I'm asking you for is to bring your arm out to put you in cuffs.
If you come
no
down,
chance.
I can go
Why not?
Oi.
Why not?
Look at me. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me. This is going all night, alright?
Don't care.
Just do it. So I can go and talk to Ellie Mae, then we can get this over with. Come on, let's just get it over with. Come on. Ellie Mae's going to call, Oi, do you know what?
Don't give it a big...
Do you know what? You don't even need to... Don't kick me! Please don't make it worse.
The man has just kicked Danielle. Darren doesn't know how far away help is, and the situation is just too tight to use CS spray. It's vital that he maintains a cool head and keeps control of the situation.
Is there anything I can do?
Uncuff me.
I ain't going back to Nick, I'm telling you.
Look at me, look at me.
It's going to take you and her to take me out. And I'm telling you, and I ain't even started.
At last, after a 9-minute ordeal, backup has arrived.
All I'm asking you to do...
Oh, you sick people.
All I'm asking you to do is compliantly get up.
It's funny how the arrival of 2 more burly coppers can change a man's mind.
You're going to cuff her in the front, yeah?
You're done.
Tell you what, pal.
One that's
Wait,
that one.
don't forget a face.
It's a bit further on. Behave! Yeah?
Anyone else can slow down?
Look, it's lovely. Look, and the neighbours come out. I've done nothing wrong.
We've got to go around the other side.
Yeah. Alright. More shame on me, yeah?
It was a frightening situation for Darren and Danielle.
I'm innocent.
Just have a sit.
I didn't kill my neighbour.
Just sit down.
It's just another shocking example of the dangers that make up the day-to-day life of the frontline cop. Still to come. Doors go flying when Special Ops pay a visit.
You can hear the dogs, very aggressive.
It's pedal to the metal time as the unit race to catch a speeding sports car.
Doing a ton of 30, we can't catch up with it. Bloody hell.
Right, you're under arrest.
And love is in the air when the OSG play gooseberry to this courting couple.
I've come from London. I meant to be staying with him tonight.
Well, he's obviously with us now, isn't he? So...
On the hurry up, 3 people arrested.
We've already seen how one officer's cool thinking calmed a heated situation.
I don't want to fight you, and especially not in front of children.
And now it's my turn to clock in with the Essex Special Ops. It's Saturday evening, and I've joined up with the OSG. When it comes to dealing with dangerous situations, these are the go-to guys.
Operation Trim. Information is cannabis. There's information suggesting that there are 2 Staffordshire Bull Terriers, one of which is quite aggressive. Any questions? Happy days. And one threat that people might not think about all the time, which you're obviously considering today, is the fact that there could be dogs there. When we go into places like this quickly, noisily, it can upset dogs, and even the nicest of dogs can turn and give you a nick. Right, we all ready? Yeah. Yes. Highly unlikely our cameras are going to be allowed in, but one of the officers is wearing a shoulder cam, so we can get a bird's eye view, if you like, of the frontline cops in action. There we go. First unit's in, opening the door.
Police officers! Police officers!
can hear the dogs, very aggressive.
I just hope that their bite isn't as bad as their bark. For the time being, we're going to stay put and let the officers get on with the drugs raid.
Lots of shouting, lots of screaming. What's going on now? They're securing the premises, they're just clearing the rooms, making sure everyone's detained and accounted for before any searching can begin. See there, one of the male occupants has already been detained.
Assuming that somebody's got it now, secured in one of the rooms, hopefully.
You can hear little voices in there crying. It's obviously very distressing for youngsters. Okay, you can hear them now talking to the family, just explaining now. Now they can explain what's going on and why they're there.
That'll do for starters, won't it?
Yeah. There's bags of cannabis, all nicely packaged up. There's a number of other bags, exactly the same, that are on a side.
So far, so good. Finding what the police suspect is drugs was easy enough. The hard part is working out who owns them. Another occupant of the house has just arrived. Maybe he can shed some light on the subject.
Served a warrant, section 23, Mr. and drugs to search premises, yeah?
Because you're now back on the premises, you're obviously subject to that warrant as well.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
So what I'm going to do is, mate, I'll ask you to call him in the kitchen.
This small mine.
What's all yours?
I think there's a 10 bag here. Like,
So you're saying there's any drugs on the premises belong to you?
yeah, it would be like a 10 bag or something, literally, like in my room.
Right, which one's your room?
The top one with the big TV in.
There's an interesting development. So we're just outside. One of the other residents that wasn't here at the time of the initial search just appeared and openly admitted to having some drugs upstairs. He pointed out his bedroom. It actually wasn't one that's been searched as yet. So he's just told them about drugs they haven't yet found. Brilliant.
A quick scout around the bloke's bedroom confirms his candid confession.
In his bedroom, the fella that's just turned up, there's a smaller bag of cannabis.
Oh, right.
So he's going to be arrested for possession, and inquiries are going on now to establish who's in possession of the bedroom where we found the bigger amount of bags. Yeah.
Job done. The search is complete. The officers will have plenty of questions for this fella back at the station.
Just over there. The fella's going to get booked into custody now. He's already made admissions to the officers about the drugs in the premises being his, openly admits it, says this is the end, doesn't want to get in any more trouble, gives the police permission to go and search his house whenever they want, apparently, because he wants this to be the end of his trouble with the law. And hopefully he does turn his life around if he's telling the truth, and hopefully he can move on and leave this silliness behind him.
There were no other arrests made at the property. The man admitted to owning all of the drugs found in the house.
If things start to get a bit livelier.
There's a massive international football game on telly tonight, and special ops are gearing up to police the county.
As you know me, no, I don't like football at all. I dislike it with a passion, and I dislike people who misbehave in the name of football even more. So I will expect some robust policing if things get out of hand this evening, please. Have a nice evening. Come on, England.
Win or lose, the unit know that the streets are going to be flooded with football fans, and they have to be prepared for every situation. Out in the van, the first call has come through. But it's not rival supporters battling in the boozers. A community support officer has spotted a man on the unit's wanted list and has called in his location. His night out with his lady friend is going to be cut short.
Right, you're under arrest.
Yeah,
We've got a warrant outstanding, mate.
Hold on.
It's what he can do.
Is there so many of them?
The man's wanted because he failed to attend court.
So you didn't have to say anything, we haven't professional. Make sure we question something later on in court. Anything you do say may be given evidence.
Been watching the football?
Oh, you didn't watch
No, I
it?
support my bra, and my bra supports me.
Right. Fair enough.
I'm from London, I'm meant to be staying with him tonight.
Okay, well, he's obviously with us now, isn't he? So.
Take £20 out of there, yeah?
The lady is far from impressed that she'll be going home alone.
Wait, don't start swearing at me, okay?
Listen, we've gone
right,
into
the best thing you do is just walk away now, can't you, okay?
Alright. Do you know what? Just two of you could have just come and done that, though. They didn't need to do all this, did you?
it's just because it's a
Alright, then I'll send you
You've just been out to a few bars then, have you?
Yeah, we just went out for a drink.
Is that your fella then, is it?
This is the second time I've been out with him.
Oh, right.
For a drink, yeah.
Oh, what sort of dating at the moment?
I just said this is only the second time we've been out, innit? Having a drink.
What a way to kill your date.
No, we're just on our way home, that's what I mean. I was like, hey, we're just on our way home.
Thanks, see you take care.
Well, that's one way of avoiding that awkward "will I see you again" moment.
Just ruined your date now, haven't we?
Yeah,
Sorry about that. Well, it'll give you an excuse to have a third date now, though, won't it? Yeah. You can make it up to her.
I'm sure a night in Southend Nick was the last thing this fella had in mind tonight.
They can have a chat about it on their wedding day. It'll be something to bring up in their speech. It is a little bit upsetting for him, obviously, but at the end of the day, he's wanted for an offence, and it's his inconvenience if he doesn't go and get it sorted as and when he should. So it's his own fault. I don't feel sorry for him.
Ella there, from Essex Special Ops, proving that romance is well and truly dead. In the south of the county, the OSG are on patrol and they've just spotted this lady on her mobile.
Hello there. Any idea where we pulled you over? Okay. Okay. Have you got a driver licence on? You want to turn the engine off?
What I'm going to do is issue with fixed penalty notice. Okay, it's 3 points and a £6 fine. Just drive on safety now, right? Okay, see you later.
It's been a slow day for the two frontline officers, but as day turns to night, a passing Nissan is about to add some pace to the shift. 130 miles per hour is almost twice the national speed limit.
Bloody hell. On the A12 now, trying to catch up with a car. We're doing a ton 30, we can't catch up with it. Just trying to get an index, but it's just in the distance at the moment.
Brett and James are in an unmarked Skoda. It's got a top speed of 140 miles per hour, but it takes a lumbering lorry to slow the speeding Nissan for long enough for them to catch up.
Yeah, behind you now actually, sorry. Gibbo, run index for us, mate.
I was doing 140 just to try and catch up with him.
I hope the speeding driver likes reading, because Brett's gonna throw the book at him.
Do you want to get out your vehicle?
We've stopped him now, mate, just past Hatfield Peveril.
Is it your vehicle?
It is my vehicle, sir.
What speed were you doing?
I accelerated probably close to 100 as I went past the lorry very quickly.
Okay. All the way up the A12, What speed were you doing there?
I was probably doing slightly over 100, I probably was.
Slightly over 100,
Yeah.
okay. I was doing 130 and I couldn't keep up with you. Okay, it was only because you got stuck behind the lorry, okay, that I could catch up with you. Okay. You got any excuses, any reasons why you're doing that speed?
This should be good. Was he rushing to the birth of his firstborn child? Or perhaps he's transporting life-saving donor organs?
No, nothing that justifies that. I did want to get home to my wife. I was late on this and I wanted to get home and she tired. She said because I wanted to get home.
So this fella wanted to get home because he was worried his wife was tired. I've heard it all.
Bearing in mind, you put everyone else's lives that you went past doing that speed, okay, because you could have lost at any point in there. There could have been a pothole or anything, couldn't there? And you wouldn't have known about it. So it's your life you could have killed doing that speed and anyone else's that you're driving next to.
I understand it was on this
Okay.
but I'm not going to try and dispute.
Okay, I'm going to put a file together, okay, with the footage in my car, okay, and I'm going to take you to court for that offence, okay, you won't be dealt with in court. Do you understand that? Okay, give you the car back, because I have to, unfortunately. I'd love to take it away because the speed you were doing is stupid. Okay, there's no reason to that whatsoever, is there?
No, there isn't.
Okay.
Brett has got a very personal reason for feeling so passionate towards speeding drivers.
My father was killed probably, it's basically the next turn up here at Keldon. He was a police officer for 32 years, traffic for 18, and he stopped to help a motorist out and was struck by a disc-old driver doing 60, and killed instantly there. I can't just believe he's been so reckless with his own life, but everyone else is that are using the road.
It's not a big car. It might be a fast car, but if you ever crash in that, it's not a big car, so there's nowhere for you to go, is there?
No, I appreciate your advice. No.
Okay.
I will.
Okay, be careful when you pull away.
This fella told the police he was rushing home to see his wife. I wonder what excuse he'll tell her when the court summons arrives. Still to come, the special ops play hide and seek.
Here we go. I've got a phone. Bingo. Here's another.
Not everyone tells us the truth.
I find out how to fit a drugs farm into a bin bag.
Stuff stinks. This should be on smell-o-vision. It's like old socks.
And why it pays to stay on the right side of the law.
I'm afraid he just talked you into 2 tickets, darling. We'll do it straight down the line. That's 120 quid fine.
4 years ago, I handed in my badge and left the force. But now I'm back with the Essex Frontline Police.
So he's just told them about drugs they haven't yet found. Brilliant.
Later, I go on a cannabis clear-up.
Really chucking up now.
But back at base, special ops are gearing up for a house call.
We're just off to execute a drugs warrant under Section 23 of the Misuse of Drugs Act. The intel is that this guy tends to try and get rid of his goods out the windows. The sergeant's going to stand outside, obviously, if the guy decides to throw anything out the windows, we've then got the evidence.
Ella and Adam that were getting in place at the rear of the property for us, just in case there's any kind of incident at the rear or he tries to get out the back. Are you happy you know which one we're looking at? Yeah. Right, we're going, all right?
Everyone's set. It's time for special ops to show their hand. Looks like there's no one home. They'll have to let themselves in.
Please! Please! Search warrant! Please! Upstairs, one up!
Under Section 23, Misuse of Drugs Act, we're executing a search warrant for drugs, do you understand? All right, calm down, it's over now. All right? Calm down.
Yeah, I don't know what's the problem.
Well, we're executing a drugs warrant, so that's all it is.
That's fine.
All right? Just chill out. Stay there, stay there. Is the rest of the house clear?
Yeah, it's all clear. Let me explain why we're here.
Why did I open the door?
Oh, I knocked 3 times, mate.
Did ya?
Yeah. Now, obviously, we are going to search the address. What I'd ask from you is a bit of cooperation. If there's anything here, I'd like to know about it now.
No, there ain't.
Having the full force of the Essex Constabulary making a guest appearance outside your bedroom is going to shake anyone up. But this fella's seriously spooked.
You're very, very excitable. Are you all right?
Yeah, that's just shocked me how you all come shooting in it. Scared me a bit.
All right. Do you want to come downstairs?
I don't mind.
There's probably a bit more room. We're going to sit in a
Yeah.
lounge. A bit more room. Yeah, just bring it. Pop me in the lounge, mate, and then we'll get over to you. We'll search this room first.
Yeah.
Quite happy there's nothing here, within or outside, that we're going to find.
No.
Right. Thank you, Doug.
With the house secure and his dogs safe in the garden, it's time for special ops to get busy.
They're just some bags there. So we're just seasoning them.
Oh, separate toilet, isn't it? Let's have a quick look in.
Upstairs, the unit's perseverance pays off. Whilst most people keep a bottle of Domestos next to their loo, this fella's got a suspected bag of weed.
So, mate, this was found just in the bathroom there by the toilet, just about a metre from where you stood when I come into the address. Okay, so at this time I'm going to arrest you on suspicion of being in possession of a controlled substance, mainly cannabis, okay?
Russ thinks he's worked out why the fella looked so flushed when they stormed in.
When Ollie's come up the stairs, the guy was like here, going, whoa. And obviously the drugs were found down there. Floors are wet.
When were you last arrested?
Outside, the suspect has visitors. There have been a couple of people popping round to see him.
Stay there like that if you want to, okay? But I've not finished asking you questions.
My cousin does. What's your cousin's name?
You've probably seen there's been a few people turning up to visit their cousin, but obviously don't know his surname.
The suspect has already told officers that he doesn't own a mobile phone, but there's a familiar buzzing sound coming from upstairs.
I can hear one.
Can you hear it?
Yeah.
You're better luck. It's an answer phone message, you just keep ringing.
Can you hear it in here, can you? I can't hear it in the other room. I can't hear it now at all.
Here we go.
Got it?
I've got a phone.
Is it on?
No. Oh, here we go. Here's another. I've got another one. Yeah, found it. 13.
Right, we'll have that. Where was it, mate?
Airing cupboard.
Perfect. Yeah.
Was he under caution when he said there was no phone?
Yeah.
Bingo. Perseverance paid off. Not everyone tells us the truth.
You're a young man getting yourself into a world of crap, aren't you?
No.
You are. You've got the police coming around here, bashing your door in, doing warrants for drugs.
Yeah,
that to me is getting yourself in the crap.
Yeah, well.
Think about it. What are you doing it for?
I don't know.
Although the unit have only found a small amount of suspected cannabis, this fella will have a lot of questions to answer back at the station.
Can you take my keys? Take my keys. Hey, can you give them to them? Alright. Yeah, it's just...
Not leaving them in charge of your house, so we don't know how they are, mate.
Well, it's Saturday night. We've literally just turned up here at the base with the OSG, and straight away we're going out on a job. Apparently there's a massive cannabis factory in excess of 300 plants or thereabout, I'm told. So a really, really huge operation. And the team's just been told to go up there and destroy it. It should be fun.
The Frontline Police aren't just specialists in raiding drugs farms. They are also highly trained in disposing of them as well. As we bowl up to the address, the first thing that strikes me is how nice the area is. But stepping into the house, I get a completely different picture. This whole property has been transformed into a fully functioning cannabis factory.
Here, you've got the water, which will feed the different rooms and downstairs. I use artificial lighting to stimulate the growth, and then the ducting to get the right humidity and temperature.
The windows, they always black out the windows.
Yeah, black out the windows just to keep the humidity up.
Every room is rigged up.
Filling a house with high-powered lighting is expensive, and it can draw unwanted attention from the energy suppliers. The wily weed farmers, however, have devised a shocking workaround.
They reroute the meter so that, one, they don't pay, but the voltage you run through
It's massive, isn't it?
Yeah, it's huge.
One touch, it could be all over there. Obviously the power's off at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah, we get the electricity pulled out. What they generally do is the different stages of growth in different rooms.
Thousands of pounds worth potentially on the street, I'd say, altogether.
Well, that's the grand tour over and done with. Now it's time to get down to business.
The guys are just getting suited up now because obviously the plants they're dealing with are toxic. So they'll be having protective footwear, bodysuits, gloves before they bring the plants out and destroy them here with this nifty little shredder that they've got. Stuff stinks. This should be on smell-o-vision. What they're doing is actually chopping up hundreds, literally hundreds of those plants, which takes up a lot of space in the police station, in the storage area. But now they can destroy what's over 300 plants and probably get them in just a couple of big black sacks worth.
This might look like a simple garden clear-out job.
Really chucking up now.
But like all frontline tasks, danger is rarely far away. The dust from the plants is a toxic hazard, which can damage the officer's lungs.
I suppose that's one thing you've got to be aware of, isn't it? Make sure everyone comes out and gets some fresh air.
Yeah, 20-minute breaks it should be. Yeah. Get regular fresh air on board and hope it doesn't rain.
Yeah.
Or we end up with cannabis soup. Right, let's get on with it before it rains, shall we?
All that getting shredded now. Thousands of pounds worth that would have been out on the streets, on the black market. It's going to go off to be incinerated. Good result.
Got everything?
Yeah.
We need to shut the windows.
Total, that was 300 plants, and they've got it in 1, 2, 3, 4 black bin bags. Yeah, it's a race against the clock now because the weather's come in, so they're just trying to pack everything up and then be off to the next job.
When the 999 call comes in and public safety is at risk, the officers from Special Ops are the first to the scene. But their job isn't just about racing around with the blues and twos and arresting drug dealers. Today's operation is all about crime prevention.
Operation National Day is Kent Council's No Excuse campaign for the road safety. So it could be someone on the phone, no seatbelt, could be no tax, no insurance.
This is going to be a huge operation. The aim? Saturate Canvey Island with a massive police presence and let the public see how their police force operate.
To gentleman driver was on the mobile phone. Are you aware of the penalty for being on a mobile phone whilst driving? It's 3 points and a £60 fine. She was texting.
Who were you texting?
I was and I looked on Facebook.
Unfortunately, using your mobile phone carries 3 points and a £60 fine, okay?
Whilst the mobile units are focusing on people without insurance and phone users, a static checkpoint is picking out motorists as they leave and enter the island. They've just stopped 2 vans that were driving in convoy. There's a very young child in the front of the first van, and it appears that it hasn't been strapped in correctly.
I know, I was in the lobby. Do you want to go further? Do not touch me. Do you understand? How old is she? 13 months old. So she needs to have the straps over here. Look how close she is to that dashboard. But when he brakes hard and she smashes her head in there and she dies, yeah, that's going to be a lot worse. So don't start getting gobby with me, all right, and patronising me and treating me like some kind of idiot. You are the one committing offences. Is that quite clear? Good. Right, the next thing, so you've got another one there that's not strapped in. Okay, it's got an adult seatbelt on, but where's his chair? So that's 2 of your children whose lives you are risking today. She needs to know that I've got a job to do and that I'm going to deal with it. Okay, it's as simple as that. I've dealt with too many situations now where I've had children hurt, seriously injured and killed in road accidents because the parents aren't strapping them in properly. So that's why I had to deal with it as robustly as I did.
One robust roasting later, Heidi's happy to show her softer side.
On this occasion, I'm just going to give you the 1 ticket, okay? Because otherwise, that would cost you 120 quid, which is a lot of money. All right, so on this occasion, I'm going to use my discretion.
It's the driver's responsibility to make sure that all of their passengers are correctly secured. Heidi delivers the news to the woman's partner.
Okay, mate, what I'm going to do, as the driver of the vehicle, I need to give you a ticket, okay?
For what?
For the little ones not being in their seats properly.
No point giving me points.
Hang on, I'll do whatever I see fit, yeah? It's not up to you to choose what you get, okay? And you need to be very careful, because if you annoy me, you'll be walking away with 120 quid fine.
What's the point? We travel, what it is.
Oh, you want 2 tickets, do you?
No, which one's it?
I'm afraid he's just talked you into 2 tickets, darling. We'll do it straight down the line. That's 120 quid. Right.
Heidi was going to use her discretion and let this fella off lightly, but he's talked himself into a bigger fine.
Right, your partner is accusing me of not dealing with him fairly. And what I was trying to do was save you 60 quid, and he started arguing, saying that I'm picking on him, right, and say that I'm not treating him fairly, then we'll do it perfectly fairly straight down the road. Okay, there's nothing I can do about that.
£120 might seem like a steep fine, but as far as the Frontline Police are concerned, you can't put a price on road safety. Hopefully this couple have learned their lesson. Coming up, when the Frontline Police pull a car over, one of the occupants is less than happy.
Hang on, mate.
No, don't start a call. No, don't start a call.
Pulled the car over to talk to the owner. That's obviously not very happy to see our cameras. You always got to ask yourself questions, isn't it? Why has he reacted that way?
It's Saturday evening, and I'm hooking up with the operational support group for a night on patrol.
It's about to start the night shift with the OSG. We're out in the Evo tonight, which is their fastest car. Anything can happen. It's Saturday night, and that's typical of the OSG. They don't know what's going to happen when they turn up for work, and tonight I'm sure will be no different.
Andy and I are heading out to Basildon to offer some support to the local units. But before we hit the town centre, Andy's finely tuned police nose starts twitching.
Bit of Ricky.
Well, we're not driving now.
Andy has already run the car up ahead through the system, and it says that it's registered to a woman much older than the one who's driving.
Oh, it's driving. How is it?
Mate, jump over there a sec, mate. I'll have a chat with you over there. The only reason being is because it's registered to I don't look like driving.
Oh, right, well, it's my mum's policy then, and I'm a named driver's on.
Yeah, but you weren't driving. You have to be driving to be insured.
Hang on, mate. No. Don't start a call. No, don't.
Just pulled the car over to talk to the owner of that car, and he's obviously not very happy to see our cameras.
Turn the camera off and I'll talk to you. I ain't talking to you.
All right, what to talk to you, mate? Sit back in the car then.
Oh, you always got to ask yourself questions, isn't it? Why has he reacted that way?
How are you insured to drive it?
I wasn't driving.
Well, you were sitting in the driver's seat.
No, I weren't. He was driving.
I was driving the car.
You just got out of the passenger seat, didn't you?
No, I was driving. I was sitting in the passenger seat.
There appears to be a slight confusion about who was actually driving. The bloke is adamant that he was at the wheel, but Andy has pinned the girl as the driver.
All right, give me 2 moments, mate. Back in a second.
A quick skim through the patrol car's forward-facing camera should help Andy settle the matter.
This Evo that we're out in has got pretty much every toy that a police officer could want, one of which is a fully recording video camera. And it's got the female driving the car, and it's got him getting out the passenger seat, so it's all there.
Can you just jump in with me 2 seconds? You? No, the lady. I don't know your name. I take it you're not insured to drive it. You were driving. No, you were driving. I've got it on video. I'm not stupid. He gets out the passenger side. I can see you in the driver's seat. No, you weren't. 100% you were driving. I've got it on video. I've just double checked. Okay, fine. So, I take it you're not insured. Fine, I'll get the car seats. No problems. It's time to be honest, really, because if I wanted to be a right arse, I can nick you both for obstruction.
The fact that they were not giving those details over, Andy would have been well within his rights to arrest her right there and then on the spot. I think they've had a bit of a lucky escape, really.
Is there any way not to get the car taken off today?
Because I don't know the situation. If I find out who you are, find out if you are insured, if you've got a licence, anything like that, it might be that you're insured and no problem. Or is that not the case? No licence? No? Can't, mate.
Take the car then. Go on.
Fortunately, uninsured drivers have the car seized. That's what they do here in Essex. That's the policy, and that's what's going to happen.
Did you want me to show you the video, or are you happy that you were driving? Yeah, okay. So, what is the score? You haven't got a licence at all? Okay. What's your date of birth, mate?
Andy has dug and dug, and he's finally got some answers.
In fact, the driver of that car was actually 16. Why were you driving? Did you just want to have a little go? Ain't worth it, is it?
Just after Lima Mike 07.
The vehicle will now be taken to the car pound.
All right, look after yourselves. See you later.
He's going to have to pay out to get his car back, and she could end up facing some stiff charges in court.
A very expensive night for
And
him.
a little bit pointless because there was no reason why he couldn't drive. She just wanted to have a play in the car.
Despite the gadgets and gizmos that the officers from Special Ops have at their disposal, the key to frontline policing is a well-tuned brain. Andy relied on good old-fashioned intuition to spot that suspicious driver.
Were you sitting in driver's seat?
I can't hear it in the other room.
It was his nose for crime that raised Sergeant Jardine's suspicions at the drugs bust.
Very, very excitable. You're all right?
Yeah, it's just shocked me how you all come shooting in it. Scared me a bit.
And even though his own safety was at risk, Darren decided not to use CS spray or call a taser unit when he was faced with this man resisting arrest.